It's just something I just love architecture. I'm obsessed with it. In fact, my 9th grade yearbook, Moreland Hill, I had my ambition was architect. And, I think of my shoes as little buildings. People say they look like skyscrapers. I'm really all about the heel, what's called the construction. It's kind of the techie part. That's why I see a lot of men here, and men like my shoes as much as women because they're techie. They're like architectural. They're not just fluffy fashion. There's something, it's like a building, it's like a little sports car. And, I think of them as little cars for your feet. So, you can see that part of it coming through, the architecture. It really influences. I love mid-century modern architecture. I lived in California for a while, and I would go to Palm Springs and just obsess over Palm Springs modern architecture, Richard Neutra, Donald Wexler, the Alexander Glass houses. That's like my dream. I'm just obsessed with modernism in general. So I live now in West Chelsea, New York, in the Art Gallery district, and there's all kinds of modern buildings going up around me, which I'm just like in heaven. I just love it. So you see a lot of that in my shoes. And then the couple other things I just want to share with you is I really am a big proponent of innovation and modernism. My whole thing that drives me is I don't want to do something that's been done before. I get really bored with that. I want to do something new. And so a lot of things I do in my shoes are very risk-taking. They're things that haven't been done. It's a titanium wedge. No one ever made a titanium wedge. In fact, just a quick story. When I launched the brand, I had this vision. I wanted a shoe to be like my G4 Mac PowerBook, made out of titanium. Like, how come? I used to say, well, why are Porsches getting more sleek and aerodynamic? You get the newest cars, and why are computers getting smaller and sleeker and all this? But then the thing we walk around on is like an old, an old Woody, station wagon. And I was like, why is no one pushing the envelope there? Like, I don't get it. And so that's when I was determined I wanted to do titanium wedge. Well, all the shoe factories said, what are you, crazy? Titanium? We've never worked in that. No, absolutely not. Long story short, I finally found a factory in China that makes airplane parts and golf clubs. And they agreed to make the titanium wedge. It was against all odds, but that's what I like to do. The harder it is, it makes me want to do it more.